Welcome back to Beyond Global Waves. Today, we're doing a deep dive into, well, a really vital topic for European SMEs. What's coming down the track in 2025? What are the key trends, the big opportunities?
Exactly. We've sifted through quite a bit of material, different reports, strategies to try and pull out the essentials for you.
So the mission, really, is to give you a clear, concise guide to navigate the year ahead.
That's the plan. Think of it as your quick guide to the major shifts, technology, funding, all that jazz that are likely to shape things for SMEs across Europe.
Okay, great. Let's kick things off with a foundational concept, the fourth industrial revolution. We hear that term a lot, but what's the core idea we need to grasp?
Right. Well, think of the digital age really kicking into high gear. That's basically the fourth industrial revolution, or 4IR. It's not just about, faster computers.
It's more interconnected.
Precisely. It's the blurring lines between the physical, the digital, and even the biological. Think robotics, AI, IoT, 5G, 3D printing, all these technologies starting to work together.
So combining hardware, software, connectivity.
Exactly. Embedded connectivity, technology becoming ubiquitous. It's this combination that's driving things like smart factories.
Ah, the smart factory idea with minimal human intervention.
Yeah, with these systems are so integrated, they can run large parts of the production process themselves, learning and adapting. It's about that deep interconnection.
Okay, to make this a bit more concrete, let's look at a specific example. Our sources mentioned Spain's Digital Spain 2025 plan. What can we learn from their approach that might apply more broadly in Europe?
Yeah. Digital Spain 2025 is a good case study. What really stands out is their strong push on digital skills. It's a major priority.
For the whole population?
Pretty much. They're aiming for, I think, 80% of people to have basic digital skills by 2025. And there's a specific focus on getting more women involved, aiming for 50%. They've got programs like Educa in Digital.
And the takeaway for SMEs there is?
Well, it underlines a basic truth. You can have all the fancy tech in the world, but if your team doesn't have the foundational digital literacy, you can't really leverage it, can you? Skills are fundamental.
Makes perfect sense. What else is Spain prioritizing?
Cybersecurity is another huge one. They recognize that threats are increasing, which, let's be honest, is a global issue.
Especially for SMEs, right? They can be more vulnerable.
Definitely. So Spain's aiming to train up a lot more specialists. The goal is 20,000 in cybersecurity, AI, and data by 2025. They've even launched a helpline, the 01CA number, and are supporting the cybersecurity industry itself.
So it's about building capacity and providing direct support.
Exactly. It just reinforces that cybersecurity can't be an afterthought for any SME. It has to be integral.
Absolutely critical.
Yeah.
Are they also looking at how government itself operates digitally?
Yes. Digitizing public administration is key. They want about half of public services available via mobile apps by 2025. They've got this App Factory initiative.
Which means SMEs need to be ready to interact digitally with government bodies, too.
That's right. It's a trend we'll likely see growing across Europe. Easier access, hopefully, but requires businesses to adapt.
And I think you mentioned something about media as well.
Yes, Spain has this ambition to become a major European audiovisual hub. They want to boost production by 30% by 2025, simplifying rules to attract investment.
Interesting. So that ties into the broader idea of the digital economy.
It does. That whole concept, the data economy, AI driving growth, Spain sees that as a core part of its future economic strategy.
Yeah.
It shows how these different digital threads connect.
Okay, let's switch gears slightly. One source, Aura Quantic, really highlighted no-code platforms. For SMEs who maybe hear tech and think expensive developers, what's the deal with no-code?
No code. It's potentially a massive enabler for SMEs. Think of it like building blocks for software.
So you don't need to write actual code.
Exactly. These platforms let you automate tasks, design applications, visualize your processes in real time, even plug in things like generative AI for, say, intelligent document processing, all without needing traditional coding skills.
Wow, that sounds incredibly useful. It lowers the barrier to entry, doesn't it?
Massively. It means non-technical people within the business can actually build solutions and drive automation. It brings agility.
Can you give some concrete examples of how SMEs might use this?
Sure. Automating routine workflows like invoice processing, building simple internal tools for project tracking or CRM, handling customer support cases more efficiently, streamlining digital onboarding for customers or new hires, connecting different software tools together. The applications are really broad across many industries relevant to European SMEs.
Very practical. Now, another huge area is artificial intelligence AI. It feels like it's everywhere now. What are the key opportunities here for SMEs in Europe?
AI is definitely a major engine. The European Innovation Council, the EIC, is putting a lot of emphasis on it, particularly what they call trustworthy AI.
Trustworthy AI,
On
meaning
AI that's developed and used ethically, safely, respecting human rights, and enhancing expertise, not just replacing it. It aligns with the EU's wider AI Act. They're actively funding AI startups and SMEs working in this space.
that ethical angle is crucial. So, practically speaking, how might an SME leverage AI? What are some examples?
Well, think about using Gen AI tools to get insights from customer data you already have. Or imagine a situation where you don't have much data. There's this concept from the medical field, data augmentation, where AI creates synthetic data that could potentially help SMEs in niche areas.
Interesting. Using AI to overcome data limitations.
Right. Then there's AI for prediction, like predicting machine maintenance needs or maybe customer behavior. In manufacturing, AI enables mass customization. In education, personalized learning, huge for EdTech SMEs. Even in science, boosting research productivity.
So it's incredibly versatile. Are there specific AI areas the EIC is funding?
Yes, they highlighted things like Gen AI-based tools and medical data augmentation as focus areas. They also mentioned a challenge around robotics for space infrastructure, which shows the advanced end of AI and automation.
Space. Okay, maybe a bit far out for some SMEs, but it shows the potential. Now, funding is always key. You mentioned the ESC Work Program 2025. What support is available there?
It's a really significant source of funding. There's open funding, meaning any field, through their Pathfinder and Accelerator programs, plus specific challenges targeting strategic tech areas for the EU.
Okay, break those down quickly. Pathfinder, Accelerator, what's the difference?
Sure. EIC Pathfinder is for the very early stage stuff. Think high risk, high gain research, maybe TRL 1 to 4, basically. It's still quite close to the lab bench. It offers 100% funding via lump sums.
Right, for breakthroughs.
Then EIC Transition helps mature those technologies further, moving from proof of concept towards something more market ready, maybe TRL 3 up to 5 or 6. It looks at the business side too.
Getting it ready for the real world.
And then the EIC Accelerator is for scaling up. This is for innovative startups and SMEs that have something promising and need funding to grow fast. This can include grants, but also potential equity investment.
Equity, too. That's significant.
Yes. And there's also a specific call under the STEP initiative focused on scaling up semiconductor and quantum tech companies.
Is it just about the money, or is there other help?
Oh, definitely more than just money. The EIC provides Business Acceleration Services, BAS. That means coaching, mentoring, networking, access to experts, practical help to actually get innovations to market.
That wraparound support sounds vital.
It is. And they also have specific initiatives like Women Tech EU for women-led deep tech startups and the EIC Marketplace to connect beneficiaries. It's quite a comprehensive ecosystem.
Okay, so lots of opportunity, lots of support, but we also need to touch on the challenges again. Cybersecurity came up earlier.
Yes, and it's worth reiterating. It's a major global concern, especially for SMEs. The sources, like Digital Spain 2025, point towards an expectation of more cyber attacks.
Which means vigilance is key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Training staff, awareness campaigns, having access to help like that Spanish helpline, these things are crucial. And linking back to AI, the EIC emphasizes developing AI safely and securely. It's all interconnected.
A constant need for security. Now, we had a couple of other points in our original plan: hybrid working, digital leadership, media transformation. What did the sources say about those, specifically for European SMEs in 2025?
Yeah, it's interesting. These specific sources we analyzed didn't actually focus heavily on, say, the nuances of hybrid working models or the changing role of the digital leader as distinct major trends for 2025.
So they weren't highlighted as key drivers in these materials.
Exactly. Important topics, no doubt, but not central to the reports and strategies we looked at for this deep dive. Similarly, while Spain's audiovisual hub ambition was mentioned and the general impact of the digital economy on media, there weren't specific detailed trends identified for TV, radio, and streaming aimed broadly at European SMEs.
Right. So important to stick to what the sources told us. Okay, let's try and pull this all together then. Looking towards 2025, what are the absolute key takeaways for European SMEs from this analysis?
Well, I'd say 1. The fourth industrial revolution isn't slowing down, that continuous tech advancement is the backdrop. 2. Practical tools like no-code platforms and AI offer real, tangible opportunities for innovation and efficiency. 3. Cybersecurity isn't optional, it's fundamental. And 4. There is significant support and funding available, particularly through initiatives like the EIC, if you know where to look.
So even if things like hybrid work details weren't the main focus here, that overarching theme of digital transformation touches absolutely everything.
Precisely. It affects how you operate, how you compete, how you connect with customers, everything.
So the final thought perhaps for our listeners. As technology keeps racing ahead, the real question is, how will you, as an SME in Europe, strategically use these trends, these resources, not just to keep up, but maybe even to lead and shape where your industry goes next?
That's the challenge and the opportunity, isn't it?
Right.
Which of these areas holds the most potential for your business right now?
Something definitely worth considering. Thanks for breaking all that down for us, and thanks to you for joining us on this deep dive.